if we look at the summary for the resonance in RLC series circuit, then what we have seen that during resonance condition, net reactance of the circuit that we have represented by capital X, which is basically equal to your XL minus XC. This becomes equal to 0, right? Therefore, due to this effect, the impedance of the circuit, that is capital Z, is equal to just the resistance of the net resistance of the circuit, that is R, right? And in this condition, the impedance is minimum, because you know that we have represented this impedance magnitude by R square plus XL minus XC square. So when this becomes equal to 0, then the value will be minimum. And at this resonance condition, the current in the circuit will be maximum because impedance is minimum. So if we write the expression of current at resonance, then this will be just equal to V by Z naught or V by R. So this current will be maximum, right? And if current is maximum, then you know that if we talk about the power dissipation in the circuit, then it will be, so P naught will be equal to I naught square R, where R is the net impedance of the circuit in resonance condition. So this can also be written in terms of voltage. So V square by R square into R, which will be equal to V square by capital R, right? Also, in terms of circuit power factor, then what will be the power factor? Can you say that? Cos theta या cos phi, जो भी phi we were using in the previous classes. So cos phi will be the power factor. So what will be the value of power factor at resonance condition?
Sir,
ये
1.
बताओ. Yes, it will be 1, because you can understand this with the help of phasor diagram. Power factor angle is basically the angle between the voltage and current, right? So if we take this as the reference axis, that is voltage drop across the resistor, then at resonance condition it will be equal to the supply voltage, and current will be along the same axis. Now VL will be leading the current. VL is the voltage drop across the inductor, right? That will lead the current by 90 degree. And for capacitive voltage drop, the capacitive voltage drop, suppose VC is the voltage drop across the capacitor, then it will lag the current by 90 degree. So during resonance condition, both these voltage drop will be equal, and hence they will cancel each other. So you can see that voltage and current are, so net phasor diagram in this condition will become, this is V, this is I. So angle between voltage and current is 0, therefore your power factor will be 1. Power factor angle will be 0, right? Therefore, this is the condition. Now another thing is that at resonance condition, we need to calculate the frequency, resonant frequency. So if first of all we talk about the angular frequency, then we have calculated that this is equal to 1 by LC. So omega is 2 pi f. This is suppose omega naught. This is f naught. The corresponding frequency in hertz is f naught. So this becomes equal to 1 by LC. So f naught will be equal to 1 by 2 pi under root LC. So these are the different conditions due to the effect of resonance in a series RLC circuit. Now we will discuss about the graphical representation of resonance. Right. One thing you can think about, that why always XL minus XC? It can be XC minus XL also. Means I mean to say that the capacitive reactance may also be greater than the inductive reactance. So all these things may take place, or these conditions also may occur in the system when capacitive reactance becomes more than the inductive reactance of the circuit. So these things can be understood with the help. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Network issue, Rakush. So let me share the screen once again. Okay. So now we will see the graphical representation of resonance. So let us try to draw this current versus frequency characteristics. Suppose this is the current in the circuit, RLC series circuit, and this is the frequency. So suppose there is an alternating voltage having constant magnitude, AC voltage of constant magnitude but variable frequency is applied to a series RLC circuit. ठीक है, जो हम लोगों ने डायग्राम बनाया था like this is R, this is L, this is C. So voltage magnitude we have taken as constant, suppose V, but frequency is variable. It can vary, increase or decrease, right? So the variation of this resistance, inductive reactance XL and XC with frequency, we want to draw that variation with the help of this diagram or graph, right? So if we first of all talk about the resistance or resistor having resistance R, then you know that the resistance is independent of frequency. Independent of frequency, right? Therefore, first of all, let us try to draw the impedance diagram. Means the impedance across the various components or elements of the circuit. These are the three elements. One is R, one is L, and one is C. So if we draw the resistance variation with frequency, then this will be simply a straight line. Why? Because resistance is independent of frequency, right? Now, second, if we talk about inductive reactance, that is XL, then you know that XL is equal to 2 pi FL or omega L, right? So you can see that this XL is directly proportional to the frequency. It means that इसका क्या होगा characteristics ये बताओ. If we draw on this graph, then what will be the characteristics or variation of this XL? It will be like this. It will be directly, since XL is directly proportional to frequency, it means that it will pass through the origin and it will have a linear characteristics. Right. Now, third one is your capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance, that is XC. So XC, you know that XC is equal to 1 by omega C or 1 by 2 pi FC. So you can see that it is inversely proportional to, XC is inversely proportional to the frequency of the circuit, right? It means that its graph will be a rectangular hyperbola, right? तो अब बताओ ये कैसा होगा, किस तरह से होगा? अब XC की अगर बात करो, यहाँ तो मैग्नीट्यूड हम लोग लिए हैं, तो ये क्या होगा, 1 by j omega c होता है. It means that it will lie in the fourth quadrant, because अगर इसको लिखोगे तो minus j into 1 by omega c होगा. So if we talk about its phasor representation, then its variation will be like this, rectangular hyperbola. ठीक है, ये XC हो गया तुम्हारा. So the combined effect of R, XL and XC will be your net impedance of the circuit. Why we want to draw the graphical representation of impedance of the circuit? Because you know that current is inversely proportional to the impedance, net impedance of the circuit, right? अब इसको superimpose, if we superimpose these three components, then what will be the characteristics? बताओ. पहले तो होगा XL minus XC, हम लोग को कैलकुलेट करने की जरूरत है, because Z we write in this way, R plus J XL minus XC, right? So XL में से XC को घटाओगे, then you will get the net reactance X of the circuit. So its variation will be something like this. It will be not exactly the rectangular hyperbola, but something like this. XL पॉजिटिव है, XC निगेटिव है, तो दोनों एक दूसरे में से सब्सट्रैक्ट करेंगे, then we will get X. This is your X, which is equal to XL minus XC, right? ये ठीक है, ये समझ में आया? हेलो.
Yes sir, आ गया.
Okay, so net reactance, your net reactance, which we have represented by X is equal to XL minus XC, its graph will be basically a hyperbola, not rectangular hyperbola, right? And it will cross the x-axis or frequency axis at some point. Suppose this point is P, if we denote this point by P. So at this point, you will realize that XL will be equal to XC. So this is your point where the resonance is basically taking place. That is, the resonant frequency will be F naught at this point P. This will be your resonant frequency. So at resonant frequency, you know that the current flowing through the circuit will be maximum because the impedance of the circuit will be minimum, right? So this will be the characteristics of your current at P point, where the frequency F is equal to F naught, that is resonant frequency. The current in the circuit will be maximum. So the corresponding current is I naught. The current flowing through the series RLC circuit during resonance condition. Right. Now, before this frequency F naught and after this frequency F naught, the magnitude of the current will be lesser. Why? Because there will be certain value of impedance in the circuit. जो magnitude हम लोग लिख रहे हैं R square plus XL minus XC square. So there will be certain value of the this reactance component also. It means that before and after this resonant frequency point, the current flowing through the circuit will be minimum. ठीक है? The current will continuously increase as the frequency will approach F naught, and again the current will decrease when we will move away from the resonant frequency. Right? Now, when suppose the frequency is less than resonant frequency, when F is less than the resonant frequency, right? So in this condition, XC will be more than XL. So the capacitive reactance will dominate the inductive reactance in the circuit. That is, XC is greater than XL. So the net circuit reactance X will be capacitive. XC क्या होता है 1 by omega C, XL is omega L. So at lower value of frequency, very smaller value of frequency, your XC will be greater than XL. It means that net reactance will be capacitive in nature, and therefore power factor will be leading power factor you will get in that series RLC circuit, right? Now second condition, suppose when F is greater than F naught, मतलब इस region में अगर हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, when F is greater than F naught, so in this condition at larger value of frequency your XL will be greater than XC, right? So net reactance will be X will be inductive effect, will be dominating the capacitive effect. So the power factor in this condition will be lagging due to the dominating effect of the inductive reactance in the circuit. So circuit impedance has a minimum value at the resonant frequency, right? And the current at resonance condition will be maximum. तो अगर इस करंट के ग्राफ को हम लोग देख के इम्पीडेंस का ग्राफ ड्रॉ करते हैं, तो इट विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस. ये होगा इसका जस्ट इनवर्स. This will be your impedance characteristics. This is your current characteristics. I hope all of you understood this. समझ में आया कि नहीं आया?
Yes, sir.
साइलेंट हो सब लोग, इट मीन्स सबको समझ में आ गया या किसी को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. Anyway, so we will just summarize it. Current is maximum at F is equal to F naught, and it decreases as the frequency is changed. Means changed means both lower and upper limit I am talking about. That is, both F is greater than F naught, or suppose F is less than F naught, right? That is, और इसको और सिंप्लीफाई करके लिख सकते हो, when F is not equal to F naught, right? तो अगर हम फिर से if we try to draw the just simply the current characteristics, the variation of current with respect to the frequency, अगर हम लोग इस तरह से कुछ ड्रॉ करें, suppose this is the frequency F and this is the current I, right? So this type of characteristics we have obtained during resonance condition, the variation of current. So this is your frequency, resonant frequency, and the corresponding current, RMS value of maximum current, maximum value of RMS current. So sorry, this is the RMS axis. So this is the maximum value of the RMS current, right? IM. This is the corresponding current flowing through the circuit. ठीक है? So
Yes, sir.
This circuit, this graph basically provides us the basis for the calculation of bandwidth for any series RLC circuit, right? अब इसका हम लोग practical example भी थोड़ा discuss करेंगे after calculating the bandwidth, and what is the concept of bandwidth, that we will discuss. So suppose this is the variation of current with respect to frequency. So now we need to calculate. We need to calculate the bandwidth. ठीक है? तो इसमें एक टर्म अब आता है, there is a term known as half power bandwidth of a resonant circuit, right? So क्या होता है half power bandwidth, that we will just see in this process. So अब देखो, जैसे maximum value of current IM, ये क्या होता है, ये हम लोग अभी जस्ट समरी में पढ़े थे, V by R, ठीक है? At resonance condition, R is basically your impedance of the circuit. So at resonance, the impedance is equal to the resistance. So now if the magnitude of current is reduced to 1 by root 2. अब ये कहां से आ गया 1 by root 2 का कंसेप्ट? इसको थोड़ा समझना पड़ेगा एक एग्जांपल से. मतलब एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया गया. There was one experiment in which it has been observed that कि in a certain bandwidth or in a certain region of frequency जो है, so we get some value of the power through any circuit, right? Before that and after that range, we are not getting any power in the circuit, right? तो ये पॉइंट जो था, जहां पे मिल रहा था जिस रेंज में, this point is basically your point where current is Im by root 2. When the magnitude of current is reduced to 1 by root 2 times the maximum value of the current, then in this range, suppose this is F1, this is F2. So in this range, we are getting some output, right? So this range is basically your the range which is known as your bandwidth of any circuit, right? delta f is equal to f2 minus f1. ठीक है, और इसी के बीच में कहीं लाई करता है रिजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी एट विच मैक्सिमम आउटपुट वी आर गेटिंग, राइट. So if the current magnitude is reduced to Im by root 2, then you know that power is equal to I square R. ये होता है पावर का एक्सप्रेशन. ठीक है. Now initially when the value of the current is Im, so P will be equal to Im square R, P1 suppose. Now when the current is reduced to Im by root 2, so then in this condition your power will be P2 will be equal to P1 by 2. So this point, these 2 points are known as the half power point. ठीक है. So these points are basically half power point. So if the two frequencies are taken as f1 and f2 at these half power points, then you can write this expression in this way. F1 will be simply equal to f0 minus delta f by 2, and f2 will be equal to f0 plus delta f by 2, where delta f is your equal to f1 minus f2 minus f1, which is known as the bandwidth of the circuit, right. तो अब यहाँ पे क्या है कि we need to calculate the bandwidth, this bandwidth. इसका क्या मतलब जो है सो वैल्यू है in terms of the circuit component. What are the circuit component we have? We have the resistance, inductance and capacitance. बाकी और कोई चीज हम चेंज क्या कर सकते हैं? वोल्टेज we have already considered as constant, right? So we know, as we know, IRMS is equal to ERMS or VRMS by Z होता है. V consider करो, we have considered V as the voltage. So at resonance condition, IM is equal to VRMS by R. So when your P is equal to PM by 2, ये जो condition आया है, जब power half हो जाए, so we know that IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. ठीक है. तो नेक्स्ट पेज में आते हैं हम लोग. तो क्या था? IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. तो यहां से further we can write IRMS is equal to VRMS by Z is equal to VRMS by root 2R, right. So from here you will get this relation Z is equal to root 2R, and the expression of Z is known to you. R square plus net reactance square is equal to root under 2R. So solving this, you will get R square plus X square is equal to 2R square, or R is equal to R square is equal to X square, or X is equal to plus minus R, right. ठीक है. तो X is basically
Yes, sir.
So X is basically your net reactance, that is omega L minus 1 by omega C. This is equal to plus minus R, right. So इस ग्राफ में अगर बात करें हम लोग, तो X is equal to suppose minus R है, so this is corresponding to this frequency F1, and here X is equal to plus R is corresponding to this frequency F2, right. So from here, for two frequencies, suppose omega 1 and omega 2. Omega 1 ये है, omega is your angular frequency corresponding to this frequency f1, and omega 2 is the corresponding angular frequency of f2, right? So for this omega 1 and omega 2, let's calculate these two value. Let's calculate omega 1 and omega 2. So at suppose omega 1, your omega 1 L minus 1 by omega 1 C will be equal to minus R, जो अभी देखे हम लोग इस ग्राफ में, यहाँ पे माइनस R है, and at omega 2, your omega 2 L minus 1 by omega 2 C is equal to capital R. So this is a quadratic set of quadratic equation, which I am leaving it for you to calculate the values of omega 1 and omega 2. So after solving these two quadratic equations, let us solve it. No problem. Omega 1 square LC minus 1 is equal to minus omega 1 RC. So omega 1 square LC plus omega 1 RC minus 1 is equal to 0. And similarly here you will get omega 2 square LC, then minus omega 2 RC minus 1 is equal to 0. So let us calculate the value of omega 1 and omega 2. बताओ कितना आता है? ओमेगा 1 ओमेगा 2 का क्या वैल्यू आ रहा है बताओ?
Sir, omega 1 minus RC plus square root of R square C square minus 4LC divided by 2LC.
Minus RC plus minus under root
R
R square plus 4LC by 2LC. ठीक है, तो इसको फर्दर अगर सिंप्लीफाई करें तो ये होगा माइनस R बाई 2L प्लस माइनस अंडर रूट R स्क्वायर बाई CC विल बी C स्क्वायर 4L स्क्वायर, फिर क्या होगा प्लस 1 बाई LC, राइट? एंड ओमेगा 2 you will get R by 2L plus minus under root R square by 4L square plus 1 by LC. Now here the minus sign does not have any significance. Why? Because you know that frequency cannot be negative. Yes, frequency cannot be negative. यहाँ भी वही हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि we have drawn the characteristics on a positive frequency axis. Frequency cannot be negative. So therefore, after calculating this value of omega 1 and omega 2, you can easily calculate this bandwidth, which is delta W, which is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1. So this will be simply R by L. ठीक है? So now this is the angular frequency. So if you now write it in terms of f naught, then this is 2 pi f delta f, sorry, delta f, 2 pi delta f is equal to R by L. It means delta f is equal to R by 2 pi L. So this is a very important relationship which is required especially for you students. You are from electronics background, so these things you will realize these concepts जब तुम लोग पढ़ोगे ये रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी के बारे में, देन एंटीना के बारे में पढ़ोगे. So in those subjects you will find the application of this bandwidth. Why suppose in terms of filters, if you study about filters, then the concept of bandwidth becomes very important. So this is the expression of bandwidth for a series RLC circuit. For a series RLC circuit. तो ये सबको समझ में आ गया होगा मेरे ख्याल से. Okay. So now we will see one application of this concept of bandwidth and the resonance frequency. That is concept of radio frequency. अब इसको ये भी कह सकते हो रेडियो ट्यूनिंग कैसे किया जाता है. ठीक है. सो अब जैसे मान लो देयर इज ए रेडियो स्टेशन. ठीक है. अब this related to something to the different electromagnetic waves existing. तो मान लो कि different waves are there. हेलो.
Yes, sir.
हेलो. ओके. हाँ. So suppose there are different electromagnetic waves, EM waves. For example, you can consider जैसे कि मान लो कि different radio frequency क्या क्या है, 92.7 FM है, then you have 93.5, और क्या होता है रेडियो मिर्ची 98.3, और क्या होता है 100.2 एक होता है, 106 पॉइंट समथिंग होता है, कौन सा होता है चलता है. ठीक है. तो देयर आर डिफरेंट रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसीज एग्जिस्टिंग एंड सपोज वी वांट टू ट्यून आवर रेडियो. ठीक है. जैसे कि कन्वेंशनल रेडियो की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, जो पहले नॉब वाले रेडियो होते थे. ठीक है. अभी तो जैसे कि अब कार में मान लो बजाना है तो सब सेट रहता है कि इतने इतने फ्रीक्वेंसी पे जो है सो ऑटोमेटिकली वो सेट हो जाएगा, दबाओगे तो बजता रहेगा. अदरवाइज जो कुछ बेसिक मॉडल्स के कार होते हैं उसमें अभी भी जो है वो नॉब वाला सिस्टम रहता है, नॉब घुमा के एडजस्ट करना पड़ता है. तो सपोज वी हैव ए रेडियो एंड फॉर दैट सपोज दिस इज द एंटीना ऑफ द रेडियो. ठीक है. सो इन रेडियो बेसिकली वी हैव सीरीज RLC सर्किट. राइट. ये एक प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल है. वी हैव सीरीज RLC सर्किट is there in our radio. So in the antenna of the radio, एंटीना पे जो होगा वो डिफरेंट इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स जो होंगे which are at different frequency that will strike or that will incident on the antenna of the radio. अब उससे होगा क्या कि डिफरेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी की वजह से जो कुछ वोल्टेज करंट इंड्यूस होगा that will induce on the antenna, and then due to the effect of mutual induction that will be incident or reflected on our radio. जो RLC सर्किट है, म्यूचुअल इंडक्टेंस की वजह से इसका वोल्टेज का इफेक्ट इस सर्किट पे आएगा, रेडियो के सर्किट पर. मतलब देखते थे ना पहले जो रेडियो होता था उसके एंटीना को ऊपर जब पूरा उठा देते थे तब कुछ अच्छा से बजने लगता था, बिना एंटीना वाले में कुछ दिक्कत आता था, ठीक से ट्यून नहीं हो पाता था. राइट. सो व्हाट वी डू इन आवर रेडियो, वी जस्ट एडजस्ट द नॉब पोजीशन. नॉब पोजीशन को एडजस्ट करके व्हाट वी आर बेसिकली डूइंग, वी आर चेंजिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ कैपेसिटेंस. कैपेसिटेंस के वैल्यू को चेंज करते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ when we are changing this capacitance, then there will be a condition when XL will be equal to XC in this radio circuit. Radio में जो series RLC circuit होगा, so at that point you will get your resonant frequency in the radio RLC series circuit. तो suppose जब ये frequency equal हो जाएगा 92.7 hertz के, then in your radio you will get बिग FM. ये बिग FM ही होता है ना. तो बिग FM जो तुम्हारे रेडियो में सिग्नल पकड़ लेगा और क्लियरली वो जो है बजता रहेगा. तो अब देखोगे कभी कभी इन दिस प्रोसेस व्हाइल वी आर चेंजिंग द पोजीशन ऑफ द नॉब, when actual resonance has not occurred in the system or the circuit, कुछ कुछ आवाज आता रहेगा, क्लियर आवाज नहीं आएगा, कुछ पकड़ेगा,
Yes, sir.
नॉइज काफी आता रहता है। दैट इज द कंडीशन। इस ग्राफ के थ्रू यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस इज सपोज करंट, जैसे फ्रीक्वेंसी जो भी हम लोगों ने बनाया था, तो ये हमारा फ्रीक्वेंसी पे करंट का वैल्यू मैक्सिमम, एंड जो हाफ पावर था, तो वो जो नॉइज आना शुरू होता है नॉब के आगे पीछे, रिजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी पे जो नॉब का पोजीशन होता है उसके आगे पीछे जो नॉइज आता है, वो दैट इज व्हेन योर नॉब पोजीशन लाइज इन दिस बैंडविड्थ रीजन। बैंडविड्थ से बाहर चले जाओगे देन वो कैच नहीं करेगा, कुछ भी नॉइज नहीं आएगा। तो एट अदर फ्रीक्वेंसीज आल्सो, सपोज f1 एंड f2 आल्सो, यू आर गेटिंग सम आउटपुट। ठीक है, वोल्टेज जो इंड्यूस हो रहा है एंटीना में, उसकी वजह से जो करस्पॉन्डिंग करंट आ रहा है, ड्यू टू दैट सम पावर इज जनरेटेड इन द सर्किट, बट दैट इज नॉट सफिशिएंटली इनफ कि तुम्हारा रिजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के बराबर नहीं है। तो व्हेन योर फ्रीक्वेंसी will be equal to, radio frequency will be equal to the resonant frequency, और वो जब मैच कर जाएगा 92.7 के या 93.5 के या किसी और के, at that point you will be getting the clear output, maximum output। ठीक है, तो इसी तरह से जो है सो एडजस्ट किया जाता है। अब इसी में देख लो कि अब क्या क्या करते हैं। अब कहोगे कि रिजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी सपोज 93.5 का कुछ और होगा, ऑब्वियसली दैट विल बी समथिंग एल्स। उसका ग्राफ कुछ इस तरह से आएगा।
Yes, sir.
इस फ्रीक्वेंसी पे 93.5 पे जो है सो दिस वैल्यू विल बी मैक्सिमम, so you will get the resonant condition when the frequency of your resistor will be equal to frequency of the radio will be equal to the 90 resonant frequency, that is 93.5। तो इसके बीच में कुछ अब डिफरेंस होगा फ्रीक्वेंसी का, ये समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is all about your resonance condition in a series RLC circuit. Now you please note down this example which you can solve later on. These are very basic example just for your understanding. इसको नोट करो सब। इसको नोट कर लो। अब इस यूनिट 2 में वी हैव पैरेलल आरएलसी सर्किट। तो एक क्लास और हम लोगों को लगेगा यूनिट 2 में। एक्चुअली दीज आर वेरी वेरी बेसिक थिंग्स जो कि आई थिंक 12th में भी तुम लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा, आरएलसी सर्किट के बारे में, रेजोनेंस कंडीशन के बारे में। फिर भी अब सिलेबस में है तो डिस्कस करना है। मेन टॉपिक्स इन दिस सब्जेक्ट इज योर इलेक्ट्रिकल मशीन्स, जो कि इसके बाद हम लोग शुरू करेंगे इस चैप्टर के बाद। इलेक्ट्रिकल मशीन्स में बेसिकली यू हैव टू स्टडी द सिंगल फेज ट्रांसफार्मर्स, क्या ट्रांसफार्मर कितने टाइप का होता है, कंस्ट्रक्शन, वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल, फेजर डायग्राम, सर्किट डायग्राम, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ पैरामीटर्स लाइक वोल्टेज रेगुलेशन एंड एफिशिएंसी, जो कि लैब में करते हो, वो एक चैप्टर है। देन यू हैव डीसी मशीन्स एंड आई थिंक सम इंडक्शन मोटर पार्ट इज आल्सो देयर। तो ये सब जो है सो इस पे थोड़ा डिटेल में जो है सो हम लोगों को पढ़ना पड़ेगा, एंड दैट इज इंटरेस्टिंग आल्सो। तुम लोगों ने शायद पहले पढ़ा हो कि नहीं बेसिक्स 12th में या कभी भी, आई डोंट नो द रिसेंट सिलेबस ऑफ 12th। तो इसको नोट कर लिया तुम लोगों ने? ओके, नाउ अनदर थिंग इज कि मैंने एक असाइनमेंट डाला था लास्ट वीक, तो उसका सबमिशन का डेट आई थिंक इट इज कब था, 9th था और समथिंग, 9th ही था शायद, देख लेना जब भी हो। तो वो सब लोग सर्किट वाला था, वो सॉल्व करके अपना अपलोड करोगे एमएस टीम पे। सेकेंड थिंग इज अबाउट द क्विज, जो कि कल कुछ लोग पूछ भी रहे थे कि क्विज कब होगा। तो कल शाम में जो क्लास है 4 से 5, उसके बाद क्विज होगा, हाफ एन आवर। 4 से 4:50 का क्लास होगा, then there will be a 10 minute or 5 minute break. At 5, you have a quiz of this subject from unit 1 and this topic also, what we have discussed till now about the series RLC circuit or RL and RC circuit. ठीक है, किसी को कोई परेशानी टाइमिंग से?
I think sir we have class from 5 to 6 of NMST.
हेलो,
सर हमारे कल क्लास है शायद 5 से 6 NMST की।
ये किसका क्लास है? ये तो पहले मेरा क्लास हुआ करता था 5 से 6 शायद। अच्छा नहीं, मेरा 9 से 10 होता था, मतलब शेड्यूल्ड था। तो कब रखा जाए क्विज बताओ? आयुष कहाँ है? आयुष सीआर है ना?
यस सर बोलिए।
हाँ बताओ, कब रखें क्विज?
सर हम लोग सर दोपहर में रह सकते हैं सर, एक से 1:15 ऐसे।
कल? जो भी हो, तुम लोग अपना टाइम सेट करके आयुष, अभी जो है सो टाइम अपना सबसे कोऑर्डिनेट करके मुझे बता देना आज कुछ देर बाद, ठीक है?
ओके सर, ओके सर।
ओके देन, थैंक यू। आज का लेक्चर बस यहीं तक है। नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे पैरेलल आरएलसी सर्किट के बारे में।
सर क्विज
Thank you.
ऑब्जेक्टिव हो गए, सब्जेक्टिव?
ऑब्जेक्टिव भी होगा।
ओके सर।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.